the live action Snow White movie. These are the leaks that I've heard so far. I don't know if they are true or not. Hopefully they're not, but chances are that they more than likely are. So we're going to start with the obvious and then go to the non-obvious. First rumor that turned out to be true was that a non-white Latina with olive skin is going to be playing Snow White. I think that's pretty obvious. From the beginning, I said it was a terrible start, terrible pick. She looks nothing like Snow White. I'm going to get more into that much later. The second one, obviously, is that she's not going to have a prince anymore, and she's not going to be interested in that. She's going to be interested in being a leader. However, there's going to be this quote-unquote love interest named Jonathan. It's a terrible name, terrible idea, basic name for a movie, whatever. And not only that, she's also not going to be wishing for a prince. Those are the obvious ones. So the next one is that the wishing well scene is officially going to be removed, because obviously she's not going to be wishing for a prince. She's going to be wishing to be the best leader that she can be, the one that her dad told her she could be, blah, blah, blah. With that, there's going to be no true love's kiss. So they go hand in hand. Plus, again, there's just a love interest, but no Prince Charming for her, I guess. Third one is that there's going to be no poison apple scene where she bites it, because I think Disney thinks it's a little too graphic for kids. So instead, she's going to touch the apple and get poisoned somehow, which I don't understand how that's going to work, because I guess her feminism is going to help her bring herself back to life since she can't get a prince from a guy. And then I also heard that when the Jonathan character does try to give her a kiss, she magically wakes up and she stops him from kissing her and says, "Now's not the time for love," or romance, or something like that. There's a scene where the huntsman comes and tries to, like, I guess, kill her. Somehow this Snow White, yes, Rachel Zegler's Snow White, happens to find the energy or the strength to beat the first huntsman. So there's going to be two. There's going to be a male huntsman and a female huntsman, and somehow she's going to magically defeat the male huntsman and take the knife from him. And she's going to be like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's going to be like, "Well, the queen won't stop until you're dead, so, we're supposed to believe this is somehow going to be a real thing." You look at Rachel Zegler and you're like, yeah, this isn't going to happen, but that's what Disney wants. Another rumor is that there's going to be another fighting scene. And in that scene, she ends up dangling off a cliff. Jonathan tries to give her her hand to help her. She ends up finding the strength once again to pick herself up and be like, "I don't need a man and I don't need your help. Thanks, I got this on my own." And from there, she pushes him down and she says, "Oh, I'm gonna fight her by myself." Yet she somehow manages to get the help from the 7 non-binary hipsters that, I don't know what they do. They smoke pot or something. And she gets a magical staff made by them for her to defeat the queen, and that's how she defeats the queen. From what I heard, Gal Gadot wanted to stick to the original ending, but they were like, no, and she admitted that she did a terrible job in that scene, but Disney is still going to decide to keep that and have Snow White defeat the evil queen with the help of the 7 non-binaries, which consists of a lot of men, 1 woman, and 1 dwarf, but somehow she won't take the help of Jonathan, who's the love interest, yet not love interest. Make it make sense. So I don't know how she's gonna save herself after she touches the poison apple. She's, again, not gonna bite it. She's gonna touch it and get poisoned. I'm assuming her feminism is what's gonna, take charge, or I don't know, the spirit of her father or something. That's not, a real, leak, but, somehow she's gonna manage to wake herself up, or Jonathan's gonna try to kiss her, and then she's gonna wake up and stop him, and she's gonna be like, "Now's not the time for love," so she's gonna have some corny ass line about how she doesn't want that, which leads us to the whole obviousness that there's going to be no 7 dwarves because Disney found that too offensive somehow, but casting regular sized people just was not offensive enough. I thought it was a terrible idea as well. Hate the idea of it. I don't understand how they could misinterpret it or represent the dwarves in such a terrible way to the point where they only have 1 dwarf and 6 non-binaries. It's all trash. Anyways, another rumor that I heard that might possibly be true is that they are going to change the sex of the magic mirror. So the magic mirror is no longer a male slave trapped in the magic mirror, but a female slave trapped in the magic mirror. This rumor, I really don't know. I'm pretty sure it's false, but supposedly it's going to be the soul of Snow White's mother who's trapped in the mirror, but I doubt it. I think that's just somebody making up bullcrap. So because having a love interest is just a little too creepy and outdated, they're instead going to add a scene where Snow White is jumping on the bed with the 7 magical non-binary whatevers. So it's a little too much to have her get kissed by the prince, get woken up and get saved because she doesn't need a man. But her jumping on the bed with I don't know how many men and then 1 woman is a-okay. A-okay. And obviously this movie is supposed to be about female empowerment and not needing a man but being a leader, but it's supposed to be about a woman who doesn't want another woman to take her spot, so she then tries to kill her just to have the other woman kill her in order to gain that spot. Disney, you need help? And the last thing I'm going to comment on is the worst pick you guys could have made, which was choosing the lead actress that you did to portray Snow White. She's out here ranting about how a Latin Snow White is what we need, but the moment everyone gets pissed off and say, no, that's not what we need, she then gets mad at everybody and says she doesn't want to hear anyone's negativity, yet manages to tweet her way talking crap about whoever she wants and thinking that that's okay. And then she goes and talks shit about the movie in every single interview that she does, and somehow we're supposed to believe that this is a girl that wants to be Snow White, which is obvious that she only decided to be in the movie just so that she can try to get her big break because all of her movies have flopped so far. And she just wants to get a big paycheck, complain about that, say she doesn't get paid enough, and then get her face out there for the public that nobody wants to see, by the way. And then cry when we say that she's unattractive, knows that we all think she's unattractive, just so that she can then say, well, despite all that, I'm a Caucasian woman. So you guys have an egotistic, extremely hateful, self-absorbed brat who is nothing like Snow White, doesn't look anything like Snow White, who likes to pull a race card because she thought the Latino community was going to have her back. And then when she realizes that, no, not all Latinos look alike, not every Latino wants to be represented by an olive-skinned Latina, that they would prefer a pale skin because I'm Latina and I have extremely pale skin. I have obviously extremely dark hair and like brown eyes. So I don't need somebody that looks like Rachel Zegler out here pretending that they want to represent me. Then she again talks shit about the entire Snow White film, says that she doesn't like it, doesn't even like the ride, and then decides to post a picture of herself as a kid wearing a dress and claim that she identifies with Snow White the most after talking all that crap saying that she doesn't like her. So Disney, get your shit together, get the girl out, cancel the entire movie, do what you gotta do.